lot of times I protect artists. I'm an artist. Like if I have a certain artist, I know what they're about to say. I know they're about to shit on my friend. Hey man, before you say that, you remember when I seen you in such and such, and then you start thinking about that.
Right.
Like I have great relationships, so and I am one of those guys that they hold accountable. If fucking Brett Kreischer comes on my show,
Bert Kreischer.
He knows I fuck up his name. I remember he said something. He knows he's my god.
But he was on there, yeah. He was on there, yeah.
He comes on my show and he says, "Fuck Bootleg Kev." Any other show, Bootleg Kev would be like, "It's okay." But the fact that me and you have a relationship, you will feel a certain way. I do not care. You know that I did not.
I guess it would just depend on what you said after.
I'm not the best.
Right.
I'm not the best under.
Right.
Under like weirdness.
Right.
Like, I'm not the best. So and I know that.
Right.
And I know that's good. But I'm the type of person that I get blamed for that. Like if Prodigy, rest in peace, was to come on my podcast and say, "Fuck West Side Gun," I'm just sorry, West Side Gun. It's just the first person I thought of. Right. Fuck West Side Gun would be mad at me.
For sure.
Instead of being mad at Prodigy because we have a certain type of relationship. And that's the reason why it happens to me like that.
What situation did you first learn that lesson?
Kanye West.
Kanye. Yeah, because you took the interview down.
Yeah.
But
no, I first learned that lesson was Bang Bang. I'm at a party. Puff is there partying. And like mid-party, he just turns around and says, "How you gonna let that bitch diss me on your record?" And I was like, I thought you didn't care. He's like, "It doesn't matter. Get money." And he just kept partying. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, you know what I mean?
He was about to go back home and get some fucking cum rubbed on his nipples.
Yeah, he didn't care. He was like,
said, "It doesn't matter. Get money."
Yeah, get money. Word. And it was like, but I didn't know that having a person on your record is a cosign. Like, if I have you on the record and you diss Messa,
it is a form of a cosign.
It's a form of a cosign. I didn't know that.
Because if we're good, you should either not.
And then Messa has his choice to be mad at me too.
Right.
Because I was supposed to call Messa and say, "Yo, Messa, that's what I actually did with Diddy. I told him, I was like, "Yo, Foxy, I couldn't stop her. I was trying to do it with Little Kim, but I couldn't never get to Little Kim. But so now I know that. Now I know that if I have you on my show and you diss Tom Segura, you see, you know, I'm doing this. I gotta call Tom and be like, "Tom."
So that's what I'll do. A lot of times, if somebody says anything about another artist, and if I have any relationship with them, I have to give them the heads up. Hey, something was said about you on the show. I don't want you to be caught off guard by it. I didn't try to stir it up. It just happened. But you know, what you just said is a perfect example of why, you know, I kind of understood why Pusha T was going at Travis.
Because
I get it. If you play the record and you come and play me the album,
that's foul.
And then it comes out a few weeks later, and then
that's Drake on there. This is me.
Pharrell?
Yeah, and Pharrell.
You can't. This is Pharrell. This is a god. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just.
I'll tell you a funny thing. When we had Pharrell on the show, it's the first time I ever heard Pusha T raise his voice. And I said to Pharrell, "Pusha T or Drake?" And he said, "Both." Man, Pusha T. I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, Pusha. I'm sorry, man, but I'm in the zone right now. But Pusha called me like, "How the fuck is our boy doing this? How is he doing that? How does he fucking pick?" He says both of us. Drake wouldn't have picked both of us. Drake would have picked him. And I'm like, "Pusha, this is the one time I'm shutting the fuck up. I'm gonna let you vent, cause I have no, but it's real. I say that to say that's how much of a human Pharrell is. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
good guy.
He's a human guy. Like, he told me for years, he was like, "N.O.R.E, don't do no crime in front of me." I was like, who the fuck thinks like that? I'm not doing no crime in front of you. He said, "Cause I'm gonna tell." It's like, you don't want to.
I think that's my favorite interview you guys ever did.
You don't even want to take a annihilator from him after that. Like, yo, wait a minute. Like, he literally told me that from the beginning. And our very first time I ever encountered with Pharrell, he sung me the whole Bloody Money.
Really?
New York, get the blood money. He knew it word for word. And then as soon as he finished, he said, "But I don't have a thug bone in my body." And I gave him a hug, and I respected that. And I never expected any thug shit to come from him. Ever.
Yo,
and I'm comfortable with that.
do you still have any sort of relationship with Ye?
I have no. To the short story, no. But I want to do
All-time great interview. I think it's one of the greatest interviews of all time.
With you want me to be honest with you? Weirdest 2 years of my life, him and for 2 years, it was like a weird relationship. We had, I don't want to call it a bromance, but it was like
Right.
we were together. I understood him.
Mm-hmm.
I thought he understood me. But what I didn't understand is I don't understand his audience. Like right now, my favorite audience of people that I've interviewed is Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne has the best. He has the best, most respectful fans. Like I posted a clip of him. They would be in my DMs. Excuse me, Mr. N.O.R.E. When is the? They're nice. They're polite.
Right.
They have manners.
Mm-hmm.
Ye fans, no.
Drake fans either. Drake fans are crazy.
I haven't experienced Drake fans yet, but Ye fans. And you know what's the crazy part about it? After the second interview, the first interview, I was straight. After the second interview, you know who's the craziest part of Ye's fans?
Who?
White people.
The whites.
The whites that's with him.
Well, because then there's like the new whites that are with him just because of the shit he be saying. And you're like, oh, yeah.
I can't tell the difference. I just know that they, and those are the ones that shit on me. You shouldn't have took down the Ye interview. I'm like, damn. Like, they're mean. They're mean. Ye's fans are mean.
Was that ultimately your choice or Revolt's choice? Or
It was my well, it was us a collective. We said we didn't want to get money off of that. We didn't understand what was going on. Like I could honestly say that was a life-changing experience for me. It was because again, I did not know me having him on my platform makes my platform somewhat guilty or somewhat co-sign that. And even though we said prior to it, this has nothing to do with us. The views of this man is this man. We said that, but
I think at the end of the day, it's like you're also like a journalist now, whether you know it or not.
I know.
So it's
I
like you're
responsibility.
documenting like the state of mind of Kanye West at that given moment, which is important in culture.
Right.
But I say all that to say that yeah, I love that interview.
But I'm gonna be honest.
It was fun. I thought it was hilarious.
The man is a genius.
And I feel like I saw it in your face when the shit was going on. You were just like, "Oh, this shit's about to go crazy."
Yeah, I did. And to tell you the truth, I won't tell you who, but the people who control the algorithms called me and said, "You're beating football." Like our numbers was going so crazy. We were beating Sunday night football. Remember, we dropped it Sunday. Sunday.
I was on a road trip when you dropped it.
It was Sunday. We dropped it.
I remember.
We recorded it Saturday night, and he just was like, "Let's drop it tomorrow," and I was like, "I'm with you."
Fuck our schedule.
I did not look at editing.
Right.
I did not look at. It was just one part I took out. I took out the Martin Luther King thing when he spoke about George Floyd.
Yeah.
But it was a life teaching lesson.